Hello, I'm Dr. Roger Valentine. I have a background in research and medicine that extends from the time I was in undergraduate school where I majored in microbiology. I took that to major in the Pharmacology department at the University of Kentucky, and I studied germ-free animals and microbiology that way. I went from there to veterinary school, but while I was applying to veterinary school, I took my pharmacology background and did drug testing in racehorses to assess how we can determine what's going on with drugs in racehorses. From there, I went to veterinary school at Ohio State. I finished in '81. From there, I worked on feline medicine for solid 15, 16 years. During that time, however, I moved to a number of cities, one of which was Boston, where I worked in thyroidology research with the Brigham and Women's to determine about thyroid problems in cats. So I've always had the research bug and the interest in science and the understanding of what's on the cutting edge. Once I moved to Santa Monica in 1992, I got introduced right away to homeopathics. Then I learned about allergy elimination through NAET, Biokinetics, which is a human chiropractic modality, and I took every one of these and converted them to animal use. So I'm very adept at finding ways of taking products and instruments and/or techniques and bringing them from human to animal and then back to human, which allows us to work on people much faster with these techniques than we do from where we were before. Animals teach us a lot if all we have to do is listen. And that's one of the things I've learned to do, listen closely to what they're telling us.
So, Dr. Valentine, what drew you to Atlas Balancing?
I got introduced to the Atlas prophylaxis, Atlas Prof work probably 5 years ago and found it to be understood right away how critical it was going to be. And as soon as you contacted me about Atlas balancing, and I realized it was going to have this energetic application to balance the Atlas and work with animals, I knew immediately I had to do this. And it's been tremendously powerful already. In the 6 days of intensive workshop experience, I've taken the technique already from working on an owner and her cat at the same time, and just working on the owner affected the benefit to the cat. So it's going to be a tremendously powerful, beneficial technique to bring to animals as well as people. And both, in my eyes, I always balance humans and animals at the same time with respect to allergies and other energetic issues and emotional issues as well that affect a household, a family, or just an individual and their pets. I find that to be highly necessary for not only the domestic animals like cats and dogs and birds and lizards and so on, but also horses, and in dairy cattle situations, the dairy farmer has an extensive association and relationship with his dairy herd. So there's another place where even though those animals are herd animals and they're well grounded, there can be issues to come up, and you can talk to any dairy farmer and find out things that animals are affected by that they don't usually understand.
So do you feel that this modality, this new technology, is something that other veterinarians can incorporate easily using these sound codes?
I believe so. It's going to require, and the best place to start with these veterinarians is going to be in the holistic veterinary world and association where people are more open. Many people they already think this is pretty bizarre. Even clients of mine that are already out there on the cutting edge with energy medicine think it's pretty bizarre when I start using sound codes to treat them or correct things for them or their animal. So it is going to be a benefit, and I've got affiliations for a long time in the Holistic Veterinary Association where we'll start to attract more people for this information. Very powerful.